promise.
Tell folks where your little hardware store is in Austin that don't want to go to the big box stores.
Well, we're the local True Value franchise here in Austin, and we're at Spicewood Springs Road and 183 in Northwest Austin, and we have a hardware store, and we make screens, and we sell Alex Jones videos, and do a little bit of locksmithing, and do all kinds of things.
You even sell guns.
We even...
oh, God, a rabble slave with a weapon. Disarm him. Get the guards. Disarm him immediately. Whereas one of the slaves has a weapon. Raise the alarm. Raise it. Oh, good Lord.
The problem with the selling of guns right now, Alex, is they're awful hard to get right now.
But the rabble, you can't have the slaves, the serfs having weapons.
Barack the Quack has made everyone want to buy guns. He's been really good for the gun industry.
Lord Obama is a sensible individual. Total disarmament of the civilian population under the UNIDEA in 2001 July 7th agreement to disarm all civilians for a power monopoly of the state under UN law is the only sensible system if we're going to carry out eugenics against these slaves. They're rabble scum. They need to be euthanized immediately. And how dare them not want to be slaves? How dare them not want to be in inner city reservations? How dare them not submit to us and our divine will? We're geniuses.
And what Alex just said is actually factual. It was Christoph Karl and Patricia Lewis, UNIDER 2000, in a paper they put out called Disarming, Taking this Military-Style Weapons Away from Civilians. Everything he just joked about right now is actually documented in fact.
Of course we must take all your firearms.
Including the semi-automatic.
How are we going to re-educate you to accept being euthanized if we don't...
According to Obama and his people, the right of the people to keep and bear flintlocks shall not be infringed.
The founding fathers that you've seen in our FEMA training videos to police in Kansas City were terrorists against the crown. The Second Amendment is a vicious crime.
Absolutely.
I have a comment here.
How dare you? I will disarm you immediately. That man there laughing. Seize him. Seize him. He has been rude to a lordship. Mike, would you like to do an English imitation?
No, but I did have a comment here. There's one positive thing about a flintlock, and that is you learn how to place your shots, and you don't waste any ammo. And don't diss the muzzle loaders, because we don't have paperwork following our guns around, and once you learn how to place that shot, those old rifles can be very, very accurate at a distance.
By the way, they have bills in it. Well, that's why I was trained on a single-shot 22, because you load it each time, and I mean, literally... I could shoot a bullseye at 200 yards with that when I was a little kid.
Well, the Supreme Court back in 39 said that if the weapons that were really protected by the Second Amendment were the type in common use at the time by the military. And it just so happens that during the time of the Revolution that the civilians, the militiamen, had better rifles than the regular army. They had rifles, and the regular army
had the long rifle with
smooth-bore muskets.
Yeah.
The Brown Besses couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
How dare you speak badly of the gracious imperial forces of King George III as he put down that disgusting rebellion by these uppity slaves.
Pardon me, I'm just trying to do a little historical context here, Alex. That's all. The militiamen had better rifles than the regular army. So
they were disgusting, wild, savage heathens. And we went forward to confiscate their firearms, and they dare fire back at us.
Yes, what's it the movie said? Was it in the Patriot? These rustics are so inept.
Yes.
Yeah, and the rustics won.
Yes, the rustics won, definitely, because they learned how to place their shots.
Now we put fluoride in their water. That teaches them. I'm sorry, Mr. Rivero. Go ahead.
Well, listen, you don't have to worry about fluoride in the water if you're drinking beer all the time.
Absolutely. Listen, Bob Dacey, great having you here.
Thank you very much, Alex. Mike, good seeing you, man. I'm glad to talk to you the first time. And I will
good to talk to you, too.
I will continue to go to whatreallyhappened.com every day right after I go to Infowars.com.
All right,
Y'all
Bob,
take care.
Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Guys, get ready with the YouTube video of the supposed camera and microphone in the Magnavox digital TV converter, because we're gonna go over that here in a moment. Bye con Dios, Bob. All right, I've been ranting and raving here for the cameras. Final comments Mike Rivero. They're really beating the drums now about Iran having secret weapons and devil drones. Looks like they're really trying to build that back up. Israel admitted a few days ago they're launching terror attacks inside Iran to try to get them to do something. Where do you see that going?
Well, obviously, the U.S. government knows they're in serious, serious trouble, and I think they're trying to go back to the conventional wisdom that if they can get a good regional or global war going, that we, the American people, will forget all about the lies and the cheating and the economic hardships, and we'll just line up behind the flag and salute smartly and throw our children into the flames of a foreign war yet again. I don't think it's going to work because, again, the dynamics by which information flows to our society has completely changed. But I think the people running our government are a bunch of old Cold War fossils who don't get it. They don't understand how the information environment has completely changed because of the internet, because of your website, because of our radio shows.
Well, that sounds very American Al-Qaeda-ish, talking about the Founding Fathers and things. Mike Rivero, we'll talk to you again soon with your month-to-month visit. I know that's coming up in just a week or so. And Godspeed, my friend. Take care.
Thank you very much.
You bet. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye to Hawaii. In fact, let's just say bye to him one more time here. And that's what's so strong about the alternative media is that it's just a webcam. It's a little studio. It's some cameras. It's some lights. We're here covering the news. We're having fun with it. We're just showing the insanity that's being put in the news like it's no big deal. Like Bush announced that for 5 years previous, they were staging terror attacks in Iran using Al-Qaeda, using Wahhabists out of Saudi Arabia. And then now Israel admits they're staging terror attacks in Iran, and they just report it like it's a good thing. Oh, we're assassinating and bombing and killing people in Iran, and they're laying down and taking it. Aren't they bad? So I just take the mainstream London Telegraph and go, this is insane. I take Haaretz and go, they're reporting this like it's a good thing. Is that a good thing? What would you do if Iran had troops here staging terror attacks? I mean, think about this. Okay, I want to go ahead and play this video. Do you have the YouTube ready? I want to play this off YouTube because I got a lot of emails. We wrote a blurb about it saying, is it a hoax? It appears to be a hoax. Now, remember, this discredits all the serious research where Google and others admit they're using the microphone and the camera to dial in, listen to what you're doing, and then tailor advertising for you, or TiVo and other cable systems being two-way. In fact, bring me one of the cable boxes. I want to show folks that in a minute. Right now, let's go ahead and play part of this clip. Here it is.
So I bought one of these digital converter TV boxes. I actually bought 2 of them, and I had a friend that was trying to tell me that they put cameras in these things, that that you set it on your TV and somebody, the government or whoever, has the ability to spy on you. And so what I did is I opened it up to prove them wrong, and lo and behold, this is a Magnavox unit, by the way, that was purchased at Walmart. Lo and behold, though, as you can see, right here is a camera unit. There's actually if I can focus here, a microphone. Here's the RF sensor, so not to confuse the camera for, what you would use as a remote control. But clearly you can see.
All right, that's enough.
This thing doesn't.
We don't have a lot of time left here. So we went out and bought the very same box, very same unit. So there's the only unit Walmart was selling. It is the very same Magnavox, and you've got the little hole in there behind the black so that the infrared channel controller will work. This is a converter for the digital to analog. They said the conversion this week. And we have engineers that work here, degreed engineers, and one of them looked at this, and this is the same circuitry as you have in the video. So there would be extra circuitry here for a microphone, for a camera. And also, this is not two-way. This system, isn't hooked up to cable, so they wouldn't have a way of getting it out. And so it appears it is a complete hoax. You could say, oh, well, maybe just his unit had it and yours didn't. Well, we bought this and it didn't. But then when you notice that there's not the circuitry you would need for it, you know that you've got an issue here. Because we can look at this circuitry and look at the circuitry in his video and see it's the exact same circuitry, and there's not the extra circuitry to have a camera. And I don't know why this guy did that. I don't know why. But over and over again, I see, we're not just here exposing the mainstream media. We're covering the alternative media. We're not policing it. We're just getting hundreds of calls and emails. We go and check it for ourselves. And so I'd say 98% chance this is a hoax. Now, what does that end up doing? Well, it ends up discrediting things like this. That's what it does. It discredits serious research in a big way, because zoom in over here for me. If you look at this little cheap $350 Acer laptop, zoom in for me right here, guys. You can see that there is a camera right there, right here, and there is also a microphone, and Google admits, in fact, if we had time, we'd pull this up. I should have thought of that. Google using microphones and cameras to record users.